Okay, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. I am here on the special 420 episode with the lovely Ashley and Derek, right? Derek. Yeah, Derek. Introduce yourselves, please.
I'm Ashley Watkins.
Ashley Watkins.
She raised her hand. Hope everyone saw that. My name is Derek Hathaway.
Derek Hathaway.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Now you see, I just got all this set up. I just started like this 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So as time progresses, I'll have a microphone just for you and for you. But for the time being, I can only afford one.
It's understandable.
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere, man.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, we're kind of doing that same thing with the festival. We're having to.
Yeah, talk about that Art by the Water, right?
Yeah, Art by the Water, which is happening this Saturday at the Ballast Lake Compound, which is off exit 13, and it's going to start at 12 and run until 11. But
Okay.
Vendors start setting up at 10, and we're gonna do camping so people can stay overnight.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it'll be pretty cool.
Like Burning Man out there.
Yeah. We haven't gotten that together yet.
We should organize that.
No. The main thing though is one of our main concerns is the rain currently.
Yeah, it's been raining all week, man. Like, I was gonna go. Actually, thought it was gonna be last week. I was actually this close to driving out there because I'm like, oh, it's this week, and then I saw the schedule. I'm like, oh shit, it's like Saturday.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because we know that it's okay. The entire terrain, the environment is pretty much clay. Mm-hmm. So clay, all it does is it soaks up the water.
It just sinks down.
Right. Exactly. So that could be an issue if it rains the day of.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is we have so far what we're trying to get together is we have tarps for the band, so the band members are safe.
Right.
We have tarps for the people selling jewelry and arts and crafts and all that. But it's still, we want to make sure, because this is supposed to be for the consumers of Valdosta. Like, we're trying to get them involved in an event.
Okay.
So they're the ones that need to be happy. So hopefully the rain won't.
What is your quote unquote main goal for this? Is it to bring a more alternative culture to Valdosta, or is it just for
that? And we want to. Man, how should I put this? Like brain dead now.
No, please.
Here, I talked to Alan before I came here, and Alan Cifuentes is the main. It's him and Ashley Watkins, so I'm kind of in his place because he's actually currently right now still working on getting the festival together.
Okay.
So what Alan is trying to do is he's trying to help bring a sense of enlightenment to Valdosta, because people always say how there's nothing to do in Valdosta.
Right, and that's and especially with the recent events that happened last week in Valdosta, people are now just completely shitting on this.
We got a bad rap.
Yeah, but I mean, the same thing could be said about like any city, because schools, cities have events like this.
Yeah.
But I feel because we live in such a quote unquote isolated environment where we don't live in a metropolis like Atlanta or another big city, Jacksonville, things like that.
Yeah.
And I feel because of that, it hits us in a way that people here aren't as exposed to things like that.
Right, and then even still, with the stuff that happened last week, most of the time people only remember the criticisms and the bad things that happen. So if you can make something good happen in a place where you only hear something bad, then people will relate it differently when they think about Valdosta. And then it would be nice if we brought a little bit more diversity, because the people here in Valdosta, I'm not saying everyone, but there's there's a sense of closed-mindedness within everyone. Yes. They think they see Valdosta and immediately they already know everything about it.
Now these associations, what do they fall under?
It would mostly be Valdosta is all about it's football, pretty much. It's the sports.
Right.
All we care about is athletics, and so that's not a broad spectrum when it has to do with culture. Because I mean, with sports, you can talk to another person about sports, and it's just going to stay about sports. But if you talk about art can go in so many directions.
Right. Well, that includes music.
Yeah,
music like the art, paintings.
Exactly.
Anything. Right.
So it would be nice to bring a little bit more to the continuum rather than just these small ideals of what we already have set up.
Maybe we should talk about how it got started.
Yeah.
Yeah. What made you guys do this?
Well. Alan and me have been friends since high school, since junior year, and...
Are you guys natives here, or are you guys from Atlanta?
I'm from here.
I'm from here, born and raised.
I'm not Italian.
But when we went we got into the issue, right?
Mhm.
First year, freshman year, we wanted to open up a student gallery because we had nowhere to display our work at, because a lot of Valdosta is, like, their art is...
Yeah, no,
I'm
please.
so bad at this.
No.
There's nowhere for us to display our work because it's dominated by, like, the more wealthier, people,
Mhm.
retired, like, elderly people.
Right.
So as students, we can't really progress with our art because we can't show it anywhere.
Because there's a whole nother like tier of people that just influence it so much.
Yeah, we can't. So we wanted to create a space for students to be able to display their work and to get out there. And
That'd be great for the college student as well.
Yeah.
They're displaying their work and the work out there. Possibly even having another older person that's been around this area for a while. Be like, hey, can you come work for me? They get better from that.
I do have an addition to that where I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No problem.
Although I didn't mean to interrupt you. But
By all means.
because the thing is, I'm a biology major.
Oh,
So,
really? Nice.
Right. So I've been doing that for 2 years, and this was my first semester where I'm in the fine arts building. That's the first time I even knew that we had an art gallery that was
art
in there.
gallery there.
Yeah, and so I had no idea. But the thing was, if there was an area within Valdosta that became well known for having art, then typically, the people that don't know what's going on, like me with art, they would have an opportunity to experience something new with Valdosta.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe if, some weekend it's like, hey, what do you guys want to do? Rather than just, let's go to the movies or
bars.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, well, let's go to the art gallery, see what people are doing this week.
Right. I feel like downtown Valdosta is starting to become like this alternative, scene with the grassroots. Grassroots is what really. I have some friends who work at Grassroots, and shout out to those lovely people out there. But Grassroots. I don't know if the hookah places are still there. You got Blue Pub.
Yeah.
I feel like downtown's like really
It's
becoming
trying.
that. It's trying to.
It's
right,
trying to.
right.
But I know that because you remember we used to have First Fridays, and they used to be really cool.
Mhm.
First Fridays.
Yeah.
We used to have First Fridays, and they were like,
What is it?
It's where it involved like the art community. They wanted to bring out the art community, and it was working really well. But then the city decided that they weren't making money off of the vendors that would set up. So then now you have to have a permit to set up on the streets, and they're really hard to get, and they're expensive. So everyone was just like, no, forget it. So now First Fridays have gone down because of it, and that's really sad.
Is that what was First Fridays like a VSU thing or like a high school thing?
That
Or
was
like a
just
community thing?
Just a community thing.
Yeah.
Communities.
Open
Yeah.
to the public.
When did this end or start?
It started a few years ago, and then it kind of dwindled down probably about 2 years ago when they decided that you have to have a permit to be able to do anything on the sidewalk.
The government.
Don't you love them?
Yeah, love your relationship, man.
But anyway, so we were talking about opening up a studio, and
okay.
so we waited a few years, got our portfolios and all that kind of together, and we teamed up with Bryce France, and then Josh came on later, and we decided we wanted to open up this studio, and it's going to have a little art shop because our art stores here are not very sufficient in their supplies, and we're going to have a...
No offense to them.
No offense.
You gotta get started somewhere, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be a studio space for us, and it's going to be a gallery for anybody who would want to show their work. And
Right.
we're also going to try and record music there as well.
Ooh.
So it's just going to be like a nice little chill out place.
What kind of music?
Any kind of music.
Any kind.
Any kind. So to raise money to do that, because that's going to cost a lot of money,
Right.
we decided to do this art festival.
Oh, okay. Look
Yeah,
at
we
that.
really wanted to get the community involved and aware of what's going on.
And where are you opening this place at?
We're actually still looking for places.
Still looking for places?
Yes.
Downtown would be a great place.
Well, downtown's very expensive
Yeah.
as well. It would be amazing, but it's expensive.
Well, hey, I thought... Okay, so where's the money from the art festival going towards?
It's going to the art studio.
Oh,
Okay.
the art studio, okay.
So...
Now, this festival, is there going to be like music? Is there going to
Yes.
be there's music and there's vendors?
There's over 10 bands and there's over 20 vendors.
What genres of bands?
It's more. I don't know what you say. Because we divided the work.
Some Fleet Foxes.
We actually have a band from the UK coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
It got out there somehow.
Yeah.
Thank Alan for that.
Yeah, Alan did all the music and I did all the art part.
What kind of vendors would you be having? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so
We're
curious
gonna
about this.
we're having just a bunch of crafts. We're doing a tie-dye station.
Okay.
Dexter's actually helping with all the activities.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, I'm kind of known as the active one in the group, whether I'm doing any kind of activity or event or whatever. So it was like, hey, would you mind helping us with activities? Like, at first it was like kickball and frisbee and a water balloon tournament. We're still doing the water balloon tournament. I'm going to be hosting that. And so that's kind of my department, but
okay. And this event spreads from Saturday to Sunday, or just also just Saturday?
It's just all Saturday.
It's all Saturday. Yeah, but the thing is on the event on the Facebook page, it says that it kind of goes to Sunday because it's until midnight for those people camping.
Right.
So at the beginning it looked like a 2-day event because that's what got me too. But then Alan told me, he was like, well, people are going to be camping, so that's why it kind of looks like a 2-day event.
And how many people are involved in this?
It's actually pretty amazing how the community has been.
Yeah.
And they just like the art community, or just ordinary citizens.
No, actually, it's
also.
more ordinary citizens in the art community than like art students, which is insane. Because I would feel like the art students would want to be involved to get the art out, but it's actually opposite.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Are we talking about like how it's like me and Eric who are helping out?
Yeah.
That's a good point. Ryan, who is a biology major, he's about to graduate. He's helping out. Chance McMillan. He doesn't even go to VSU, and he's helping out. I'm a biology major. I'm helping out just because it's like when you see someone who's so passionate about something and they're trying so hard to get something to work, you kind of feel for them. And so when Alan came to me, I was like, I wanted to do anything to just relieve some stress from him because I know how stressful this must be to him.
Right.
So I was open to helping him with anything, and so that's why I'm still trying to help him out with this. And so that's. All of us are just trying to help Alan and Ashley kind of live out this goal that they've set for themselves.
And like, is this Alan person? Is he like the leader of this organization?
I don't want to give him that much credit. What?
Or is it just like a leaderless organization? Everyone just kind of just.
It's a kind of a partnership.
Okay.
Yeah, but he definitely deserves some credit. That's why I feel for him that he's not here because he's the one that has all this stuff he wants to say.
I can schedule something with him. Oh, definitely.
He's going to be super busy until it is over.
Okay.
And
right now he's actually printing T-shirts for the festival.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Well, after the festival, get some word out there.
Yeah, maybe feedback on that. That'd be good.
Yeah.
And then we also have Scotty helping us too.
Yeah, Scotty Boatwright was he was in charge of food.
Mm-hmm.
And the only problem is apparently to get people to come out, like if they were trying to sell hamburgers or hot dogs or whatever, you have to do it 2 months in advance. So that was already an issue because, that was way too much in advance. So the most that we can come up with is we're going to have a station set up where it's just going to be a grill. It's going to be a propane grill. Sorry for the charcoal lovers out there, but it's going to be propane.
Propane.
And we're gonna have just like it's just gonna be hot dogs probably because hot dogs are easy and
food is food, man.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're hungry, you can eat.
Why even argue about
and so we'll have a donation box so that people can get a hot dog. They don't even have to pay money if they don't want to, but donations are appreciated because that way it's legal if we don't ask them for money. Because then it's off of their own voluntary tuition that they're just gonna get a hot dog. So we're thinking about getting that set up, bag of chips, some water. We're gonna have a restoration zone where people can sit if they want to and just relax for a bit.
How big is this area you're doing?
Man, I didn't know what it was gonna look like till I went, and it was actually totally different than what I thought. But
because it's actually a wakeboarding.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in the wakeboarding. Okay,
yeah.
It's near Wild Adventures, right?
Yes,
yeah.
Or Pacific Playland.
Right. Yeah. So pretty much you have this big lake, river zone, whatever, and everything around that is kind of within our jurisdiction. So it's kind of this huge crescent
like
shape.
Woodstock.
Yeah. So all we need is Burning Man, like you said.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like
Jimmy out there.
Yeah. So we're gonna have the booth set up in the beginning to kind of greet the visitors, and then towards the middle is going to be where the band section is set up.
Okay. And so it's a big area. Like,
it's
kind of separated.
Yeah, it's almost like you could say there's different zones
based
on just the terrain that's around you. Because when there's like this huge dirt mound that we're kind of, we have this kind of like dream that we're trying to get, like we want the stage on top of the dirt mound because then it's like you're at a real concert.
Right.
So
the rain.
Yeah, so that the rain's kind of kept us rain's kept us from going out there and fixing it up, but we've got it pretty much leveled off by now. And sometime this week we're gonna go get things seriously finished off. I'm gonna go to my zone where I'm gonna have my water balloon tournament and we're gonna have a really huge slip and slide.
How much more stuff do you guys have to complete I guess the stage or like the.
I know under my department of activities, I already have a cornhole area set up. I have it borrowed. I'm waiting to put it there the day before. Slip and slides. I have all the tarps that I need. I know that my granddad, he used to work at General Rental Center, mm-hmm. and I know that I can get this. I forget what it's called, but it pretty much just sucks water out and then it puts it somewhere else. Right. So if I just put that in the lake area, it'll suck water out, and all day it'll just be continuous flow of water, and I'll have it end back in the lake, so it'll just be a continuous cycle. And so I have that to do, and with the water balloon tournament, I'm trying to make sure it's a safe area, so I'm going to try and bring up...
slip on clay.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and bring up the softer dirt rather than the hard top surface area, and get rid of all the weeds, make sure there's no metal objects or whatever, because, with mine, I want to make sure that people can have fun, and I'm sure that is for everyone.
Fun and safety,
Yeah, and that's one of the interesting things is the way that it's set up is it's kind of almost divided. You have all this art going on over here, and people that come in can see what's going on over here.
Oh, okay.
Because everything's on the same level of surface, so you can see what's going on over there. You can look around and see whatever's going on. The problem with the Azalea Festival, though, is you have all these disconnections within the area. You have trees that make...
You can't see what's going on.
Yeah, so you can't... You know there's a rock wall over there somewhere, but you don't know what's going on because you can't see it.
Yeah.
So with this weight compound, it's just huge, vast open area.
There's that.
Yeah, and so you guys, we'll be letting people know when stuff is going on with pamphlets. You'll be handed when you walk in. This is going on, and then blah blah.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna have an information booth right when you walk in.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be where the raffles are at. We're gonna be selling the shirts there. The tie-dye station's gonna be there. So.
I know Alan texted me before I came here. You guys keep talking. Because they don't know that I'm looking at my phone, and that seems disrespectful, but...
No, please. I sometimes, where's my phone at? Now I lost my phone, look at that. Well, sometimes I tweet or Instagram or Facebook during this podcast so people can be up to date. Do
you know who Rhett and Link is? Not to change the subject that drastically.
Wait, no, it's a podcast, man. It just goes everywhere, dude. It just goes everywhere.
On YouTube, and I'm sorry that I'm doing this. I'm
no. We are here to discuss events.
Then I guess I'm kind of sponsoring Rhett and Link or whatever. But they do these kind of things, and I thought it was interesting. That's why I was open to this idea, because I just...
Rhett
and Link, they used to do local commercials.
Oh, okay.
And so, people pay them to do the commercials, and the thing is, they got...
This is free, man.
Yeah, so they got so huge somehow just because of YouTube. There was this huge fan base.
Yeah,
so,
YouTube's a great thing, man.
Is that where this goes?
Well, this goes to the ether of time. This goes on YouTube, this goes on Instagram, Facebook, any social media. I got this started 2 or 3 weeks ago. I've been talking about doing this for years. 4 years I've been talking about doing the podcast, and a lot of people have been telling me dude, do a podcast.
Yeah.
Do one. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do one. So I'm invested in it.
So which podcast number are we?
Your podcast number 8.
It's not too bad.
Not too bad. No.
Yeah.
I have 2 more guests coming in here. I actually have a good friend of mine, John Taylor, leader of SAVE.
Mm-hmm.
It's an environmental group here in Malassa.
Yeah.
She's been promoting Earth Day. So I have her coming on, and also I have this very controversial podcast actually about the people. It's called Flags Over VSU.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so they're coming in too this week.
Oh boy.
So that'll be a very heated debate. But that's not gonna be a debate. I'm gonna just be
Yeah. But yeah, so to get back to the art festival, I was looking at because I was texting Alan before I came here, and so I'm just gonna give him I'm gonna give you a couple quotes that he was texting me. So he said, "This event, in my eyes, is seeing art bring people together, and it's a celebration of creativity." And he says, and that people complain about nothing cool happening in Valdosta, but not many people do anything about it. We're trying to do something about it. So rather than continue to be in that group of complaining about something but not doing anything about it, Ashley and Alan are deciding, you know what, let's break that cycle. Let's be the ones that bring something new to Valdosta. Because the thing is not to crap on the Azalea Festival, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing every year. You know what you're going to see. And so people go just because it's something different. Mm-hmm. And it has nothing to offer, though. But if you have something like Art by the Water, this festival that it has something different, and it brings people together for a reason, and you can leave knowing something more than when you came. Right. Then that's already a benefit. It's nice.
Yeah, I think about the Azalea Festival. I've been going there for the past 3 years. I've been in school for 4 years. since 2011. So yeah, I guess 4. Can do. I'm bad at math, but
that's all right.
But yeah, it's the same thing every year. I know I'm gonna see the Tigers there that looks extraordinarily depressed. I know I'm gonna see that there's gonna be Gator on a stick. There's gonna be this, that. There's gonna be people selling like this kind of soap. The same thing every year, but
right.
I like going to it because it's entertaining.
Yeah.
For this set time.
Yeah, hopefully at Art by the Water you don't see someone like waist deep in some clay.
And I think that's one thing about our festival that's going to be different because we actually want to involve community in creating art and like coming together. Because we're actually going to have a community mural that people are going to just go up and do whatever
nice.
they want to. Yeah, it's going to be nice.
The thing about art, like I feel like a lot of people do it, but not enough people get recognized for it almost.
Yeah, and then
like a lot of like young aspiring artists, and like it's hard to get their names out there. Because I feel like it's a very cutthroat industry. But I'm just speaking from an outside perspective. Maybe it's not that.
It's really hard for us here in Valdosta, which is why we started the whole thing. We really want people to be able to show their art and like have a nice art community here. So hopefully this will help.
Yeah, like I mean, I have a lot. Actually, my roommate's girlfriend, she's an artist, and my other roommate that was out there sitting down, his girlfriend's actually like an art major too. We're actually going to that. That's what they told me about it. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I found about this like 2 weeks ago, I think. A good friend of mine invited me as well on Facebook. Hannah, you know Hannah?
Hansberry?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, she's gonna be a vendor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I might actually move in with her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hannah and what's her name?
Jenna's moving.
Jenna's moving?
Yeah.
Did you graduate this year?
No, I'm not graduating this year.
No, Jenna.
Jenna? Oh, I don't know.
I love Hannah.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, Hannah, she's a Spanish major. I'm Spanish, so I love talking to her.
A Spanish major?
Yeah, she is. I'm not.
Oh, I'm gonna say I feel like you're cheating with that then.
Yeah, no, I'm a nursing major.
No, she's a real sweet girl.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I love Hannah. I love talking to that person.
Yeah, she's gonna be a vendor along with a bunch of other people. It's really exciting.
What kind of vendors will there be there?
There's like a lot of crafts. There's gonna be jewelry, painting, prints, shirts.
Any fossils in there?
Fossils.
Yeah.
No.
I'm a huge
That'd be
fossil
cool.
enthusiast.
That's funny because when
it
it started off as thinking it was we were gonna have to entertain kids or something.
Yeah.
At first I was in charge of the kids, and so what I wanted to do was like go to yard sales and get a bunch of like small miniature toys, and then what I was gonna do was cover them in wet mud and then some hard mud, and then it was gonna be like an excavation zone for the kids.
That would have been so cool. I would have been
Right? Yeah. So we almost had fossils. They would just be dated a couple weeks. That's it. But no dinosaurs.
Only 5,000 years old.
I mean, who knows? Maybe you can find a fossil. You just gotta dig.
I did that when I was little. I would bury all my dinosaur little figure things.
I actually do have some fossils at home. I have some trilobite fossils. I have an iguanodon skeleton, an iguanodon rib, and I have some sponges from what period? I have a leaf from the Carboniferous period. I have a trilobite from the Sylvanian period.
I actually know what you're talking about a little bit. What?
Yeah, I wanted to be paleontologist since I was like 5. So Jurassic Park and it changed my life.
Man, I hated going over all those periods in biology.
What?
Yeah, it's just
a friend of mine. She came over to study once, and like she was studying geology.
Yeah.
And like I went through a book and it was about fossils and prehistoric mammals, and I'm like, oh, this blah 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 blah. She was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, I know all this. Like I knew like front to back. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's another thing is there's a lot of people in Valdosta that you don't know things about them. So if you could get something like this to bring everyone together, maybe you get a mixing pot of Valdosta rather than
because people are like coming together. It's amazing because you didn't know me, I didn't know you at all, but you reached out because you found out about Art by the Water.
Yeah, I was like,
so it's like it's really bringing people together. And it's amazing.
Get the word out there.
Yeah, my old neighbor. Do you know Jay Matthews?
Jay Matthews
Of 1027.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Jay Matthews did 1027, but he doesn't do it anymore because he owns all of like the radio stations of Valdosta.
Jay Matthews.
Yeah,
that sounds familiar. Yeah.
But anyway, so he was my old neighbor, and so I went to him the other day and I was like, hey, would you mind giving out like a shout out to this thing? He's like, yeah, sure. So hopefully on the radio he does a shout out on all the stations he owns. And
are you guys putting flyers up also on campus?
Yes.
They're all over the place.
Yeah, we're also selling buttons, Art by the Water buttons.
Oh, I only go to one building on campus.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. I've been seeing the flyers all over the place. I've been seeing people with buttons, and I didn't even know who they were. But I was like, oh, cool, you got a button.
Yeah, right.
Just because it's kind of like the signifier of like you're supporting a cause.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I gotta say.
And we're hoping to bring. Hopefully, we can do this again next year and make it like even bigger.
What So what are your long-term plans for that exactly? Like what you just said, like make it bigger. Like,
okay, well, the long-term...
Do you want to bring people from outside cities, or do you want to make this more of like just a Mombasa thing?
What I can see from this,
maybe both. Like, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that, because I've been so trying to get together and just like...
Well, this is how I see it, and this is from an outside perspective because I'm not an art major, so I don't have the art major kind of thinking.
Right.
But with any kind of situation, if you have... Say you have someone that doesn't want to let other people know their interests or the things that they're passionate about, but if you already have so many people in an area that are, then you can have all these people that you didn't know before coming to this event. So, as far as we know, maybe there's a lot of people that just can't wait to come to this event just to see and meet other people that have the same kind of interests as they do.
Yeah.
So it's kind of building this chain of, I mean, it's going to sound kind of cliche and a little... gay, but it's gonna be helping build friendships.
It really has, and it has. Like I've met so many people. Like I've met you through it.
Oh, so you guys met through this?
Yeah, like last week maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sweet. Look at that.
I rode in her truck on the way here.
Oh, that's your truck out there?
Yeah.
I wish I had a truck, man. I want my truck. I just have a car. Sorry.
Hey, man, cars are nice.
Cars are nice to a point.
Well,
you can't go out off-roading.
I mean, still. Point A to point B is all you need if it's got gas.
That's true.
Speaking of cars,
I'm stingy.
Speaking of cars, the way that we have parking set up.
Yeah.
There's this one area because the thing is that was my first time going to the wake compound where it used to be was simple. You get there and you're there, but they had to move it back. So now when you get off of exit 13, if you're going south and you get off exit 13, it's going to be the first turn on your right. Like you're gonna get off the exit, go right, and then it's right there.
You'll see a sign.
Yeah, and so, but the thing is now you actually have to go a bit. It's gonna be on a dirt road.
It's a mile.
Yeah, you go down the dirt road. There's another sign that says "Wake Compound, this way," kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so you follow that, and then you get to an area where there's this kind of this cozy, quaint shack where they usually have the wakeboarders getting set up. Anyways, all right there is a this kind of granite, gravel, so that's where the parking is going to be. Also, people need to bring their skateboards if they want to skate because there's a small
skateboard ramp there.
Yeah. They just built it.
Yeah, one of
really nice,
one of our friends, Pablo Contreras, helped build.
Oh, it's Pablo Contreras.
Yeah, he helped build the skate park, so people can be skating, and so I mean we're trying to get someone and if kind of make it so that something can appeal to anyone. Whether it's skating or if they want to wakeboard too, or they just want to go walk around, they want to be involved in some activity, listen to a band, buy some art, help create some art. All these things are possible if they just come out.
Do you know when the bands start, or is it just like a random
start
time?
At 12.
Yeah, the bands start out at 12.
So like everything opens at 12.
Vendors come out and start setting up at 10, and
10
then
a.m.,
the bands will play at 12, and there's a set actual list.
Oh, the set. Okay.
Yeah, they're playing for, I want to say, about 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Yeah, they have to set up. They have 10 minutes to set up and then 15 minutes to play.
And it's 10 bands?
It's over 10 bands.
I think it's 13 bands.
13?
I'm gonna look up the. I might as well just go to our Facebook page.
Yeah.
That'll answer a lot of questions.
Yeah. I mean, hey. Oh.
But I know that we have bands from, the UK, which is amazing, and they're actually pretty good. I've enjoyed their music. From Athens, Atlanta.
Oh, Athens has a great music scene.
Jacksonville, I want to say.
Jacksonville.
Maybe Tallahassee.
I haven't been to a concert in over a year. Today, actually. I went to a concert last year on 420.
Yeah?
So I went to a concert in over a year.
Was it Sweetwater? Well, that's the festival.
No, it was in Jacksonville. It was Mishka and Sarah Black. I sent you the poster right there.
I wanted to go to Sweetwater.
Oh, 420? Yeah.
Yeah, but...
Did they go to it? Are you not 21 yet?
Who's coming back?
I'm going to be 23 next month.
23?
Yeah.
I'm
just too busy with this fest, with my fest.
Yeah.
Just to, go over there.
Yes, I didn't go to Super Harbor 20, unfortunately.
I've heard it was nice. I mean, it was rainy and really nasty.
Yeah,
so
Hannah
I'm
went
kind
to
of like,
Hannah
yeah, that's all that.
Horrible people. Horrible people.
I am
No
having
invite.
trouble.
I hope people come out even though it's going to be raining, because it will rain. But it's going to be a really
I have
good time.
I have a waterproof jacket. I have two.
Everyone just wear your bathing suit, because it'll just slip and slide.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Rock the socks and sandals. Rock this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever seen Rocket Power? Shoebies?
Shoebies? Oh
Yeah.
God, I missed that show, man.
Gonna be a lot of shoebies out there.
I didn't know what a shoebie is. What is that?
People that wear shoes on the beach. So.
Oh, shoebies?
Yeah, so now it'll be okay if people are like slipping sliding with some shoes
Beach
on.
bums?
I mean, well,
Like beach bums.
It's kind of like how you would tell the tourists, but
yeah,
it's gonna be the buffering circle. So.
Sorry for.
We'll get there. No, I actually have my 3G on, so.
I have a computer right in front of me.
But if anyone is interested,
I can look it up.
If anyone is interested in becoming
Got
a
it.
vendor,
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I got the band line up. Anyways, continue what you're saying.
sorry. If anyone is interested in becoming a vendor still, you're welcome to till the day of, but you just have to pay $20, and that goes to like the actual like paying for the festival, because a lot of it is coming out of our pockets.
Oh, all the
Yeah, a lot of it. A lot of it's coming out. All of it's coming out from the vendor fees and our pockets.
And the vendors are also like setting up too. They're helping you guys. I'm assuming.
Probably not.
Yeah, they're just gonna deal with because they're bringing their
okay.
own food, their own table. All they have to do is pay us $20, and they keep all their profits that
okay.
they make. So.
Yeah, have you been to the flea market? There's
a flea market?
Yeah, it's off of Exit 5 in Lake Park. There's a flea market where, I mean, the way that...
Oh, is it going south by Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that flea market.
Yeah, that's, I mean, it's essentially going to be that, you know, people are going to be out there with booths and areas, and like you can walk past. You don't have to buy anything, you can just look around. But, okay, so here is the band lineup. It looks like at 12, there's Blind Fish. 12:50 is Cutting Teeth. 1:50 is Hepatitis C. SEA. 2:10 is Smiler. 2:30 is Holy Pinto. 3:20 is, oh man, it's all one word. # Holy Grail. 4:10 Strong Guys. 5 o'clock TJC Muth. 5:50 Dirty Bird and the Flu.
Wait, the Dirty Birds?
Yeah.
Why do you know them?
Yeah.
Well, do you also know the Flu? Because they're part of it.
The Dirty Birds. No, the Yardbirds. No, never mind. The Yardbirds. I'm sorry.
6:40 is Viscount. 7:30 is Sin. 8:20 is Coulter MF Reigns. 9:10 is Juna. And 10 o'clock is A15 video premiere. That's not a band, but
That's
at 10 o'clock. Yeah.
Aphid Wake Skate Company.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're stationed, I want to say, in Jacksonville, and they're premiering their video here because they've done a lot of wakeboarding.
Yeah. So it's kind of going to be like there's already an event set up. Everyone's going to, you know, see all these bands, and then when it ends, there's still going to be like a kind of closing credits.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a good way to end it for those people that know the festival's over that aren't staying the night.
And the bands playing again, or that's just the only lineup there?
That's the full lineup.
That was the full lineup? Okay.
Yep.
I mean, there's just like an encore, I guess. I don't know.
Encore.
We were talking about maybe because how it's set up, it's actually going to be at one end of the lake pond thing, and on the other end, we're thinking about maybe setting up an acoustic area so people can just like jam together.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, that way. I mean, because you see a lot of guys take their guitars to high school, so now they can just take it to the art compound.
Yeah, it's just another way people can come together, and a lot of bands wanted to play, but
sing Kumbaya.
we could, make everybody.
You guys think it's been burning though? You guys think it's been burning? I'll be willing to partake in that.
I know, today's 420.
You gotta celebrate, man. You gotta celebrate.
Yeah.
What was that? Oh, no. I thought you my thing. I was like,
yeah, man, I'm gonna touch your stuff. I'm
my
slowly
shit.
stealing everything. I'm gonna start doing podcasts.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what else I need to say.
You've done a good job.
Well, this is all.
Said more than me, man.
Water balloon tournament starts. I haven't set up a time. That's the thing about being
You just show up with balloons and he has the water.
Well, we do need as much help as possible to probably fill up the balloons.
Are you guys doing this all night?
We're gonna have to set it up the night before, like all that kind of stuff's gonna have to be set up the night before, and then probably the day of, early that morning, we're gonna have to go out there and set everything
No, I'm
up.
talking about like just right now. Like, are you guys under the construction?
Oh gosh, we're continuously doing stuff all the time.
We've been doing this for
When does
months.
that end? Like, for months? Oh shit.
Yeah, we've been working on it hard.
Like, when does it end of us setting stuff up?
Like on a daily basis. Like, what time do you start constructing today? What time does it end?
Oh, I'm sure Alan dreams about it all night, so it never ends for him. But
yeah.
I have a lot of connections throughout Valdosta just from living here for so long. Also, my dad knows a lot of people, so I've kind of made my way through other people, and I've figured some things out, what I'm going to need to get. So it's kind of like there's this mental checklist of, okay, so we got that covered. We know we're going to do that the day before.
Mm-hmm.
So right now it's still kind of like in the planning process, but I know that based on the determination and motivation of the main people involved, I know that we can get it done by Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
By Saturday? Okay.
Yeah, it's just the only thing is it's like
just rain.
Yeah, that's the thing is like with morale, it's easy to get it crushed, and the only thing that's kind of going against our morale would be the rain. It's kind of that that sigh of, oh man, what if it doesn't work because of the rain. So I really hope that people will still come out regardless of the weather. But I mean, the thing is, if weather permits, it's going to be a great time.
You heard that, people? Get out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Wear your trunks.
Yeah, your swimming trunks. Get on my slip and slide.
That's
not an innuendo, by the way.
And your wife beaters. Not like the shirts, not like the actual people.
Yeah, so that's as much as I know got going on. I know that we're gonna get a huge grill for the food. We do have porta potties that are gonna come out because that's one of the things that has to be met. Because people gotta go.
It's out in the woods.
Yeah. We're gonna have refreshments. We're gonna have snacks. We're gonna have food. We're gonna have activities. We're gonna have art. We're gonna have music.
Beer.
I don't know. What?
You would have to bring it. We can't sell it. You have to have a permit.
I can bring my own beer though.
Yeah, you can bring it.
Last time.
Because that stepped over my line. I didn't know that part.
Well, the oldest trick in the book's the vodka in the water bottle. I mean, that's...
Yeah. Oh, wait. Were we going to get police out there? Just in case, if there's ever any trouble?
We were...
The popo?
No. We were going to have set aside volunteers to kind of, look over everything.
There's some bouncers there, man.
Yeah, or just some big guys that wear the shirt, staff or security.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking about.
Yeah, kind of like that the pseudo effect of someone's watching. But I guess now that people know that won't work since it has said that. We're going to have real policemen, so watch out, they got tasers.
Listen, guys, there's cops out there, right?
Yeah. So,
straight from the underground.
We're trying to make sure that it's fun and at the same time safe. That's why we're doing a lot of overview of the terrain, making sure there's no nails because the thing is at the weight compound the only thing that's used is the water. So the water is very, it's good. Everything else around it is kind of, it needs a little bit of tough love and care and all that. So.
Aww.
So, we're loving it to death. So we're trying hard to make everything work out. So all we can hope is that people will come and appreciate the hard work that we put into it.
People will, man. The word's definitely getting out there.
Yeah.
I'm spreading it. I'm doing it. I'm doing my part.
Yeah. I'm doing my part. It's all word by mouth or by ear. So.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing how it started with 2 people and it's just kind of evolved
blown
into
up. Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah. When I saw it, Alan told me about it. I think a couple days after it was formulated by Ashley and Alan, and by the time he told me about it, I thought it was already a huge thing, and I didn't realize that it was only still like a thought process kind of thing. But it seriously, from the beginning, it's gotten so huge, and I had no idea it was going to get this big.
And I know Alan, we definitely appreciate everybody that has been involved because it's taking their time away, even though a lot of us are students, so it's taking their time away and they're not getting paid. No one's getting paid to do this, so it's amazing, and just we appreciate it from everybody.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I like being outside, so I was on board from the beginning.
I like being outside, but I don't like rain, though.
Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, with swimming trunks, like you said, by all means.
I mean, you're gonna get wet anyway
that
day, so
might as well have some fun.
That's not an innuendo either.
Yeah. I know,
what is it with all these innuendos, people? Listen, guys.
So that's about all I have to say on the matter, unless you have anything you want to add.
No.
37 minutes. 38 now.
No.
Wow.
It's a new record for me on podcasts.
So, is that it for you guys? Want to cover?
I think that's good.
Alright, guys. Well, you heard that, guys. Art by the Water. I'm here with Ashley and Derek. And it'll be April 25th at 12.
Yeah,
Yes.
The main thing starts at 12, pretty much.
Yes.
Now, like them on Facebook. I'll spread the word. You got any social media you guys want to, people to follow you guys on so they can find out more about it?
Well, we do have Art by the Water page.
Art by the Water page on
An
Facebook.
event, it's an event page. Yeah, that's about it.
Alright.
I don't need followers on Instagram or anything. I'm
Oh.
good.
We don't.
He
have
has enough followers. I only have that just for the sole purpose of this and also to document very funny moments.
Yeah, well, you got it, man.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it good.
Alright.
Oh, and we're also gonna have hooping there too.
Hooping? Oh.
Yeah, there's gonna be hooping. There's gonna be
yeah.
so much, so much.
Is Brittany going to be there by any chance?
Brittany?
Brittany Carroll?
I think so. I've talked to her. She wants to come.
Oh. So I don't like anyone who's going to be there. That crowd of people. Alright, guys, this has been a lovely podcast. I will have the organizers of Flags Over VSU come and talk about the quote-unquote controversial event that happened last week on campus. I'll also have Adriana Taylor. She'll be on here Friday, but she bailed. She was sick. And she'll be on here talking about Earth Day. Is it Earth Day? Is that Earth Day? Yeah, Earth Day.
Day is a thing.
Yeah, Earth Day. That's what it is. I keep forgetting. Whatever.
It's not my thing, though. I didn't make it.
But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys later, and happy 420. Love you. Mwah!